Hi everyone, Kevin here. Today I want to show you how you can add a voiceover to a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Now, one of my pet peeves is you get a PowerPoint presentation deck and you just wish that the person who pulled together the presentation could walk you through it. Well, now when you add a voiceover, you can have that person walk you through the deck even if they're not there. I'm going to show you 3 different methods for adding a voiceover. First, I'm going to show you what I like to call the simple technique. You could simply insert some audio. Then I'll show you how you can do it when recording a slideshow. You could also include things like annotations or video. And third, I'll show you how you can add audio using an app outside of PowerPoint that's free, and then you could import it in. This allows you to go in, you could edit your audio, you can make sure it's perfect before putting it into your slide presentation. As always, you could use the timestamps down below in the description if you want to jump around. All right, well, let's jump in. There are a few different ways that I could insert a voiceover in PowerPoint. Up here, I can click on the Insert tab up on the ribbon, and over on the far right-hand side, I can insert audio. Also, I can click on Slideshow, and I could record a slideshow to insert audio as well. However, all these different tools are spread throughout all these different tabs, and it takes a little bit of time to find them. Instead, first, I want to show you how you can bring all of your recording tools together into one place. With the ribbon open here on top, let's right click on the ribbon and we can now customize the ribbon. Let's click on that. This opens up PowerPoint options, and here I can customize the ribbon. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see all these different items that appear on the ribbon. If there's a checkbox with a check mark in it, that means that the item's currently on the ribbon. Anything with an empty box means that it's not showing up on the ribbon today. If we scroll down just a little bit, you'll see an option for recording. Let's check that box and then click on OK. This inserts a new tab up on our ribbon for recording, and here we have all of our recording tools in one place. This is going to make it a lot easier to add a voiceover to your presentation. Now that we have access to all of our recording tools, let's use the first method or the simple method to include a voiceover. Over on the left-hand side, choose the slide where you would like to include a voiceover. And here on side 3, all I say is join a high-performing team, but I think I could also include a voiceover just to make it clear why that is. To include a voiceover on this slide, let's go up to the recording tab, and there's an option to insert audio. When we click on this, you'll see a menu with 2 different options. You can include audio from your PC, so basically pre-recorded audio, or you could record sound directly from here. Let's click on record sound. This opens up a record sound prompt down below, and it's pretty simple. Here we can give a name for our recording. I'm just going to leave it set to the default. And then after that, we really have 2 different options. We can kick off the recording or we could cancel. Now, I came here to record, so let's kick off a recording by clicking on the record button. The Kevin Cookie Company has one of the highest performing teams in the industry. In fact, when you look at employees who joined over the past week, our employee retention is 100%. Once I'm all done, I simply click on the stop button, and then I can click on the play icon if I want to listen to the recording again, or if I want to take maybe a second take, I could record again, and that'll wipe out my existing recording, and then I could re-record. Once I'm all done, let's click on OK. Congratulations, we have now finished our first voiceover. You'll notice that there's an icon on the slide with a speaker, and when we hover over that, you see different playback controls. Here I can play the recording. The Kevin Cookie Company. I could also move back, and I can move forward in the recording. And over here, I can also adjust the volume. When I have the icon selected, you'll also notice that we have 2 additional tabs on top of the ribbon. First, let's click into audio format. And with audio format, we can use all of these tools up here to change what this icon looks like. In fact, we could even change the icon to something else by clicking on this menu. Now here I could click on different picture styles. Let's say I want to add a black background behind this. I can do that to make it stand out a little bit more. Next, let's click into the tab that says playback to see what we can do here. This has a whole bunch of different playback tools for this audio. Over on the far left-hand side, we can play the audio if we want to hear what it sounds like. Over here, we can also add a bookmark. You might be wondering, what is a bookmark? Well, here, let's say I jump forward, maybe about halfway through my audio, maybe I'm making a really good point, you can add a bookmark in so you could very quickly get back to that point. Up above, I also have the option to trim my audio. So when I click on this, I can set the beginning point. So maybe I take a few seconds before I start talking, I can trim that out of the track. Here at the end too, it looks like there's a little bit of downtime at the end where I'm not speaking, so I could also trim the end of it. One tool that's missing here is you don't have the ability to split the clip, and you don't have the ability to cut out pieces in the middle. Later on in this tutorial, I'll show you a way you can do that using an app outside of PowerPoint. For now, let's click on OK. Back up on the playback ribbon, you could also have it fade in, you could have it fade out, you could also adjust the volume of the clip, and over here we have a few different controls that affect the playback. I can have it play in the click sequence. So when someone lands on this slide, once they click, then the audio will automatically start playing. Also, there's another option for just automatically. What this means is when someone lands on this slide, the audio will just play on its own. Down below, there's also the option when clicked on. When someone lands on this slide, to listen to the voiceover, they have to actually come over here and click on this icon or click on the play icon to listen to the voiceover. Now that we've looked at the simple method for including a voiceover, next I want to show you how you can record a slideshow as another approach for including a voiceover. Once again, let's go up to the top ribbon and let's click into recording. Over on the far left-hand side, there's the option to record a slideshow. When we click on this, we can start recording from the current slide. So here I'm on slide 3, or I could record from the very beginning back on slide 1. I want to record from the beginning, so let's click on this option. This opens up the PowerPoint record slideshow view, and this takes over our entire screen. And there's quite a bit of functionality here, so let's take a quick look at what we can do. Compared to the simple approach, we can do quite a bit more. Up in the top left-hand corner, we can kick off our recording by clicking on the prominent red button. We can also stop the recording and we can listen to it again to make sure that we're satisfied with it. Over in the center, you also have the option to look at all of your slide notes. When I click on this, this will show me my notes and I could expand the font size or I could reduce the size again. To the right of that, there's an icon that says clear. If I've done any recordings in my deck, I can simply clear out all of those recordings. I haven't done any yet, so there's nothing to clear. Also, I have a settings menu over here. Here I could choose my microphone, and a new addition now, I could also choose a camera if I want to have a video go along with my voiceover. One of the neat things about using the record slideshow view is you also have access to all of these different annotation tools. Here, for example, I could use a laser pointer to point things out on the slide, or I could circle things like this really is a great place to work, so I want to make sure I underline that. The neat thing too is as you're doing your voiceover, all of your different annotations will be synced with your voiceover. Down in the bottom right hand corner, I could also toggle my microphone off, or I could turn it back on, and I could also turn my video on or off. Hey, now you could all see me. Down here, I could also turn the camera preview off or on, depending on what I want. For now, I just want to do a voiceover, so I'll turn the video off. Now that we've looked at all of the functionality here, why don't we try kicking off a recording? Up in the top left-hand corner, let's click on record. We're going to see a countdown timer to the beginning of the recording. Hello, employees of the Kevin Cookie Company. Today we are going to run through our benefits handbook. And I'm sure all of you already know that this is a great place to work at, but just to remind all of you, you get free cookies. Why would you ever want to work anywhere else? Now, one of the great things about using this recording mode for a voiceover is you can pause a recording. So maybe I want to collect my thoughts, think about what I want to say next, and once I'm ready to go, I can click on record again, and this once again resumes the recording. Now, once I'm all done, I can click on the stop icon, and now I could replay it to listen to it again, or maybe I'm unsatisfied with it. If I want to re-record, I can go over to clear once again, and I can clear the recording on the current slide. Also, if I go over and if I click on the record icon again, this will overwrite the recording that I just did. So I could simply record again, and maybe my next take is better, in which case I can keep the new one. Once I'm satisfied with my recording, I can simply click on this icon over on the right-hand side to advance to the next slide. Here again, I could start recording a voiceover just for this slide. Now, one of the things you might notice is I can continue advancing through the slides even when a recording is in progress. Now, right now it's recording on this slide. When I advance to the next slide, the recording on the previous slide stopped, and now it's kicked off a new recording for this slide. So the one thing you want to watch out for is if you're talking and then you advance to the next slide, you want to make sure you take a break before you advance to the next slide, otherwise your speech might get cut off. I've now exited the record slideshow view, and in the bottom right hand corner now, you'll see that every slide has its own audio icon. So here I could play back the audio by clicking on this. Now each slide has its own, so each slide is independent from the other slides. The great thing about this is if I want to move slides around or if I want to rearrange things, I could simply take this slide, move it around, and this audio is associated with this slide, so I don't have to go back and re-record everything if I just happen to move some slides around. The nice thing too is I don't have to record everything in just one session. Instead, I could go through the first 2 slides, I could record all of my voiceover, then I could take a break and I could come back later and resume on slide 3. Now let's say I go back and I listen to one of my audio recordings and I'm not really satisfied. I can go back and once again I can redo it very easily. I can go right back on top and I could record from the current slide. I could record this slide and then exit, and that'll only update the audio recording on this one individual slide. Now one more thing to call out about the record slideshow view. If we click over to the tab that says slideshow, you'll notice these different checkboxes. By default, it'll use the timings of your recording. So if you spent 20 seconds on the slide while you were narrating it, it'll stay on that slide for 20 seconds and it'll automatically advance. Also, it's currently set to automatically play narrations, so you can go through and you could update this to match whatever your needs are. PowerPoint offers some incredibly rich voiceover tools. However, sometimes you just might want even more control. Let's say, for example, that you're narrating, you're doing a voiceover, and maybe, you include a lot of ums that you want to cut out. You can use a third-party tool called Audacity to remove those, and then you could import it back into PowerPoint. Let's jump over to our web browser. Audacity is an incredibly powerful audio recorder and editor, and best of all, it's entirely free to get. To get Audacity, head to the website audacityteam.org, and on the website, click on download and then run through the install process. Once you finish downloading Audacity, go ahead and launch the application, and you'll see an interface that looks like this. Now, once again, Audacity is an incredibly powerful audio editor, and you can do a lot with it. Today, I'm just going to show you some of the basics of how you can record, make a few simple edits, and then import that into PowerPoint. Up on the top bar, you can choose the microphone that you want to use. Once you have your microphone selected, you can click on this red icon to kick off a recording. Welcome to the Kevin Cookie Company Benefits Handbook. We're going to talk about all the great benefits we offer here. Once I'm done with my recording, I'll click on the stop button. I've now finished my recording, and here I can see waveforms that match with everything that I said. At the very beginning, it takes me a little bit of time before I start speaking. Here, I could select that and I could delete that portion. Let's go and listen and see if there are any other edits we need to make. Welcome to the Kevin Cookie Company Benefits Handbook. One thing you'll notice right in the middle of my recording, I stutter and I say and that doesn't really sound good in a voiceover. I can highlight this portion of the clip and I'll press the delete key on my keyboard to remove it. That gets rid of it. Now you'll notice that my sentence flows a lot better. Benefits Handbook. We're going to talk about all the great benefits we offer here. Once I'm done with my recording, and then here you notice that I talk about stopping the recording, so I'll also cut off the end portion of this. Now this is a perfect clip. I've gone through, I've removed some sections in the middle, and now I'm ready to get it into PowerPoint. To get it into PowerPoint, let's go to the File menu, and here I can click on Export, and I could export it as an MP3, as a WAV. PowerPoint will accept either one of those formats. I'm going to export as an MP3. I'm going to title my file Intro, and I'll simply save it to my desktop, and then click on Save. Back within PowerPoint, I can now insert my recording from Audacity. Up here, I can click on Audio, and let's insert audio on my PC. When I click on this, this opens up my file picker, and here I see my file on my desktop. I'll simply click on that and then click on Insert. I've now inserted my audio, and let's listen. Welcome to the Kevin Cookie Company Benefits Handbook. We're going to talk about... So there you notice that my audio plays back perfectly, and it keeps all of the edits that I made within Audacity. Once I'm all done inserting all of my voiceovers, the next question then is, well, how do I want to distribute this out to people? I could simply save it as a PowerPoint presentation, and then I could send it out and people can open it and launch it into slideshow mode. However, let's go back to the recording tab to see what other richness is there. When I click on recording, not only can I insert recordings, but it also helps me prep the presentation for distribution. Here, for example, I can save it as a show. So when I save it as a show, when people click on it, it'll automatically launch into slideshow mode. Also, I could also click to export to video, so this way it'll be an MP4 file that people can click on, and this will automatically play the slides along with my voiceover. All right, if you now know how to include a voiceover in your PowerPoint presentation, please give this video a thumbs up. To see future videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to see me cover any other topics in the future, leave a note down below. All right, well, that's all I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye.